Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being here. Hey, Dawn. Hello, Speed Teacher. Hello, Angel Wings. Angel Wings said, hello, Smiley. Thank you for the notification. Now I'll be able to watch your live from the beginning. Love you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you. I'm trying to get better at that. I used to just go on a whim, but thank you so much. Hey, Janice. Hey, Kiki True Crime. Hello, Millie, beautiful Millie, and Ava. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. I was just a few minutes early. I hope that's okay. Hello, Susan Kemp. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's great to see you. I hate that it's always under these bad circumstances, though. I really do. I really do. I just took a shower, so I'm going to poke it here, but my hair is still wet. But I am here, so just wanted to show y'all. Hello, hello, hello. I was gonna dry it, and then I got caught up in something. I was watching something, and I'm like, nah, I don't really have time to dry it. So, hello, just good to see everybody. Glad you're here. I'll give everybody a few minutes that's going to come in. I know Crime Time Buzz was still on. I know Justin's on. Clutch Them Pearls, and I know it's late, and I don't know who else is on, but uh, I know that I'll have to catch up on them a little bit later. I was listening to Crime Time Buzz. She had that special guest, and again, that's interesting. Boy, I tell you what, it's funny how people don't follow up. Hey, Christy and Gypsy and everybody. Um, I do want to tell you that I wrote to the commissioner, Commissioner Smith, and I just got a letter or an email back from him, or not email, messenger. I did him on Messenger, and I hate when my phone. I hate when my phone actually does that. Don up there, and he just wrote me back, and he said, "Yes, ma'am." He said he will try his best to do what I asked him to do, and I do appreciate that. He said, in the meantime, he will post the new flyer out and encourage everyone to share. And our community there, he means in Hendersonville and Sumner County, has been great in sharing Sebastian's information, which I know they have. And he's been to several of the vigils, if not all of them. Actually, I seen him at the vigil when I was there. I didn't get a chance to speak to him. He sat the front row over from where I was sitting and where Seth was sitting, but I didn't get to. I was a little bit nervous up to him. Plus, everybody was going up to me, and but anyway, he said thank you for continuing to help spread the information, and he said I appreciate your help and support. And I just put in hands up and I said thank you and I appreciate you. And I had wrote him a long professional letter and I sent it to him through his personal message messenger. I can't even speak tonight. And so he did get back to me, and I was really grateful for that. And I just saw it right before I got ready to get on. And as I was looking for more information on this case on my Facebook, and for this case. But as time was approaching, I saw that. So I wanted to share that with y'all. So, yes. And there are others I'm going to continue to write. So, hold on a minute. And if you don't believe me, actually, I think it's okay to share that. Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a second. 7 7:27 p.m. 7:27 p.m. So yeah, I just got that back from him, and I sent him hands up, and I really appreciate it. So I'm doing my due diligence and what I can with Sebastian. I just want y'all to know. And again, no matter what I'm doing here, this is what I'm keeping Sebastian's name alive here on every station, and I'm trying my very best. Um, it's not important what I ask him and all that. That was from the commissioner, the 18th district up there. So yeah, that's who that was from, Miss Grace. And he has showed a lot of support for Seth and Sebastian, and he has showed up to, I think, all of the vigils, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, um, so how is everybody doing today? The rest of, did you have a good day? Hey, Reba. Hello, hello, hello. Boy, I'm telling y'all, I'm talking low. I have a stomach ache and I have bad indigestion tonight. So pardon me, I do apologize. You're sunburned. Did you go swimming today? Did y'all get out in the sun? It was beautiful here today. Beautiful, beautiful. It is a sad world we live in. It's a very sad world we live in. Thank you, Millie, for that. Yeah, a lot of people ask for this iPhone link right here. Let's see. I don't know how to. Oh, shoot, Millie. I don't want to ban you. I'm going to star it. I don't know if that posted or not, but anyway, I'll star it. I don't know what it does anyway, but that's the iPhone link to the membership. I have no clue. But anyway, you was at the pool. It was 86 there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was so hot. Every time I go out, it's just, it makes me sick. Yeah, the hot weather just, ugh. And every time it gets hot, well, I think I've had a cold and all that. So every time I get out, either I get too hot and then I get this fan off in here and then I get too hot in here and then I turn the fan back on. Of course, I keep my air on all the time. So, I don't know. Miss Grace, when it gets hot, we're like, oh, we'll be glad when it gets cold. Then it gets cold and it's like, oh, we'll be glad when summer comes. It's one of those things. And of course, y'all know I'm always, hey, Pebbles, how you doing tonight, honey? You have you been No, I haven't. I haven't. Maybe I need to be. I don't know. It's horrible. I'm getting some other tests done, but anyway, it's just crazy. All this stuff is crazy. So I had some big tests done yesterday, and then I get some tests done again on the 18th, and then I'll talk to the doctor. So we'll see. Anyway, I just don't want no bad news. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about any of it. I just don't. It's all good though. Hey, second to number one. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I will, honey. I'm okay. I have those. I'm okay. I have those days. Look, YouTube, honey, and y'all ain't gonna get rid of me that quick, that easy. Don't y'all know that by now? Don't you know it by now? Town Chat Cafe says, it's Grandma Texas. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? Hit that like button. Let's see. I heard about these little angels. Absolutely. And they are so beautiful. What, isn't that so sad? Boy, I tell you what, I'm telling you, listen, we're going to talk about them. If people come in, they can watch it later. They can do whatever they need to do. And also, thank you, Millie, for dropping that link. I did talk to Andy, and I have put out some designs, and she's going to work on that. She's waiting on a piece for her printer for some t-shirts. So I did get up with her right before this, so she can make some more t-shirts and stuff. So she is waiting on a piece, but I think I got some good designs that I told y'all it ain't good when Smiley knows how to do something. And y'all, if y'all hadn't noticed, I have learned to make these little these little things right here. Look, some of these things I've learned to make, they say, Smiley, that's against policy. And I say, okay, well, let's do this. And they'll go, that thumbnail's against policy too. And I'm like, Okay, well, clean it up then. So anyway, uh, I'm working on some stuff. I'm learning. Learning. I'm getting a little extra time here. But anyway, um, yeah. So, but these babies. Oh my God, I don't know what is wrong with these people. So anyway, there is not that I know any new updates on finding this dad, Travis. I'm gonna try to be calm and respectful for right now. I said for right now. My friend asked me, she said, and this is before I heard, before, I don't think she heard it either, but before I really knew that the police, what they had said and put it out, and we're going to watch that. She said, well, how do we know that, you know, he didn't get carjacked and something happened to him? And I said, well, you got a point. We don't know. But now, as far as I know, we know what the police are saying. So yeah, it looks like he did it, and he is the evil monster. So I decided to research this a little bit, and I decided to go with it. And I just don't feel like screaming and hollering, because I have screamed and I have hollered over Sebastian, and I don't think my nerves can take screaming and hollering over three. I said three beautiful angels like this. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk about this case and let you know. I know that y'all have heard about it, but there are trigger warnings. Thank you, Millie, for that as well. Let me put this up here. You got three sisters, Caitlin, and I hope I'm saying her name right. Lord, y'all know me. I'll be butchering these names, and I don't mean to, for these beautiful little angels. But you got Caitlin, you got Evelyn, and you got Olivia. And I ask that we as a community please show their mother and their family some compassion, some love, and some kindness. And we support her to the best that we can and to the best of our knowledge. I cannot in a trillion lifetimes imagine her pain. She lost three beautiful children, and her heart will never mend. That community will never, ever be the same, nor will that family. I pray she has the strength to carry on. This right here is so unimaginable. And this happened, and I'm going to tell you that I pray that he's found alive, because he needs to definitely face this, in my opinion. If he is responsible, and the law seems to think so, then he needs to face it. The search started for these three young sisters who were last seen leaving home with their father for a planned vacation in Washington State, according to the police on Friday. 9-year-old Caitlin Decker, 8-year-old Evelyn Decker, and 5-year-old Olivia Decker all went out for their mandated visit with their father, Travis Decker. But Travis is homeless, or he was homeless. I'm going to put this up here too. Thank you, Millie. Hold on a minute. My computer is going slow again, which means I probably need to clean it out again. Uh-oh. Sorry. The mother does have a GoFundMe page, and I don't care how much money she has up there. There's not enough money in this world that's going to ever replace what she's going to need, or replace these kids, or what she's going to need it for. and I fully support this GoFundMe page right here. I'm just saying. But they all went out for their mandated visitation with their father. But Travis is homeless or was homeless, and he was living in his car or truck. Sometimes he would go to the hotel. Sometimes he would be at the campground. But visitation was part of the parenting, right? I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes you just have to do what the court says. Second to number one said it's unholy, and I believe he premeditated their death. He had 3 last choices, and he chose death. He deserves nothing less than, and look, why, I know it's hard to fathom. And I understand what you're saying about the 3. You have 3 kids here. I'm not saying to choose one, blah, 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 blah. But when it happens to, when you see what you did to one, you could have stopped. You could have stopped. I'm just saying. Right, where Summer. And we're this is hard. Okay, this is hard. Okay. Visitation was part of this plan, okay? And every parent, I understand, every single parent has the right to see their child, or in this case, children. And that's if they want to, okay? They have a right to not be shut out of their child's life. I don't condone any parent being shut out of their child's life, okay? And as long as there's no abuse or neglect, no parent, no man, or no woman should be cut out of their child's life or children's life. No parent should be alienated from a child by another parent, okay? And or try to turn a child against another parent. I'm not for any of that, okay? You should always try, in my opinion, to encourage a relationship with the other parent. That's always what's best for the child. But Travis, okay, this is hard because also this touches on so many issues. It touches on mental illness. It touches on all this. And it's just a double-edged sword. Yeah, he was homeless, and I am not, trust me. Yeah, he wanted to destroy the mother. Okay, something happened. I'm not so sure. Okay, just bear with me, y'all. This is so hard for me. Just hold on a minute. And I'm trying to be easy, and I'm trying to get my words right. Travis went outside his visiting perimeters, okay? He never done that before. And he did not return those kids, okay? Nobody could make contact with him, okay? Nobody. Yeah, he was in the military. He was in the military. People started to worry. The mom started to worry. And they were right to worry. They were absolutely right to worry, because in this case, it turned out to become the unthinkable. The 3 little girls were found, but they were not safe. Not one of them was safe. All 3 of them were unalived, and their futures were stolen. Yeah, it's hard, Miss Grace, and I understand. And I'm probably only going to talk about it this one time. I don't know if I'll cover it if it goes to court. I'm not sure. It's hard because it touches on a lot of stuff. This was a moment of realization, heartbreak, and shock, and pure disbelief. Whoever found them will never be the same. They'll never be the same again. Whoever had to break this horrifying news to their mother, I'm sure would never, I wouldn't want their job. I would never, ever want that job. Never. I'm sure they're traumatized for life, honestly. These little girls had no idea it would be the last time they would ever see their mom again, nor did she know it would ever be the last time she would see all of her 3 little girls again. Okay. Peyton, 9 years old, from what I'm understanding, loved animals, loved reading. She was known to be a gentle big sister. Evelyn was 8. She was very funny, loving, creative, and she was said to always draw little pictures for her mom. And I know her mom will treasure those forever. Forever. And I understand, Mimi. I know everybody's upset. Everybody's ready to hang him. I understand. I am too. I'm trying. Look, y'all know me. Y'all know me. This is just, yeah, it's a lot. There's no excuse. Yeah, there is no excuse. I'm just praying. Listen, I am praying. I'm praying they find him alive, because I don't want him to take the coward's way out, and I don't want him to SI'd by cops, because I think that's too easy, and I don't want that burden put on the cops either. I want him to face this, mental issues or not. I want him to face this. Okay. And I'm trying to be calm right now. I'm trying to be calm right now. I don't know if that's good or bad, because a lot of y'all hadn't seen me calm on things like this. So just bear with me, okay? And I'm trying to find the right, proper words. Then we got little Olivia. She was 5 years old. Five. Same age as Summer Wells. She was 5 years old. They said she would laugh a lot and giggle a lot, and she would fill the room. She was fixing to start kindergarten. Well, she'll never get that chance now. Not any of these little girls deserved to be a top headline and all over the internet as a top story. Their lives deserved to be lived, and they deserved to grow up, and they could have been anything in this world. They could have been anything. Look at them. Look at their pictures. Look how well their mother took care of them. They were beautiful. They were happy. The one they loved and trusted and the one they called daddy took them away from all of that, and everybody that loved them, their community, everybody. It was senseless. On May 30th, 2025, Travis Decker picked them up from a regular visit, but never brought them back home. That night, their mother, Whitney Decker, reported them missing and said they had not been returned. Her fear became one hell of a nightmare. May 31st, the three girls were all found. They were found zip-tied and suffocated with plastic bags near Rock Island Campground. Travis Decker, his truck was found nearby with bloody handprints on the outside of his truck. And he was nowhere to be found, though. He was long gone by that point. The worst part of it, though, was this could have been stopped. It could have been prevented. I don't know about stopped, but it could have been prevented. The mom, Whitney, warned the courts. She told the courts, but they didn't listen. She told them he was unstable and that he was paranoid. She told them he had serious mental health challenges and he was already diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. See, here's the problem. When you're married to somebody like that and you tell the courts these problems, there's no excuse for that, because when people like that are going downhill. When the problems, when they start having issues like that. And normally there's medical records to back it up. See, most of the time people like that are taking their medicines, or either not taking their medicines, go off of their medicines, or either skipping them or hiding it. And you can tell a difference, especially if you've been married to them. Period. And if something's off. But then, when you try to tell somebody, they don't want to listen. Maybe you even try to get them help, but nobody wants to listen. And she said, he's never done this before. Maybe he was a great guy. Maybe he was the best guy on earth. But when you get somebody mental and they start having these issues, or they start coming off of these medicines, or not taking these medicines correctly, And then they have outside problems like being homeless, possibly drinking, possibly not taking their medicines correctly. That causes whole other issues. And then when you're living in your truck and you do, I'm not going to say he didn't love his kids because I don't know, but and then you're military, you probably got PTSD. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're not getting the help. You're not being hospitalized when you should be, getting your medicine corrected. There's all kinds of numbers of things going on there. Okay? Even if they had arguments, he could have got toted off to jail instead of the hospital. I don't know. But the proper care evidently was not given. None of that matters at this point. It could have been stopped by the courts. It could have been stopped. He had no business, zero business with one child being homeless, much less 3 when he had nowhere but his truck. He should have had supervised visits. In my opinion, he should have had supervised visits. I'm not saying anybody should have kept them away from their father. But at the very least, this could have been prevented. Still, the system allowed him unsupervised visits, unsupervised access. And then I hear she requested an Amber Alert and it was denied because he had partial custody. Let me tell y'all something. Custody should never outweigh safety of the children. Never. 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 You see how that worked out? Do y'all see how that worked out? How did that work out? These Amber Alerts need to be updated and changed, in my opinion. How did that work out for them? Now, he's still on the run if he has not unalived himself. I understand the U.S. Marshals and the local law enforcement are looking for him. And the last I checked, there's a $20,000 reward. Oh, whoopee. They think money buys everything. It's not going to buy these children's lives back, though, is it? It's not going to give them back to their mama, is it? But there is a $20,000 reward out there for information leading to the capture. But I'm telling y'all, they're saying, and I'm telling you, common sense, please do not approach him if you do see him. But please call 911. He's dangerous. They don't know if he has weapons or not, but he's dangerous. He unalived his 3 beautiful daughters. For what reason? He's not stable. There's no reason on God's green earth. He's not stable. Do not approach this man, but please call 911. He's 32. He is 32 years old, and he's a former Army paratrooper from Washington State. His military background includes training and ranger qualifications, and he was a member of the National Guard since 2021. But that was after training or transferring from active duty. But he has been facing, and this should have been another red flag or an alarm, because he was facing a disciplinary discharge. The courts, in my opinion, should have took that into account. He was facing that because he was not attending his mandatory drills. And I mean, it wasn't like he had anything else to do, right? That should have showed he was going downhill, that he was having problems. For him, he was not showing up for his mandatory drills. So yeah, he was having problems. Let's watch a couple of videos here. This is just sad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Val, he has some PTSD going on. He can stay in the woods, Mimi Jean, probably for God knows how long. I would assume he knows exactly what to do and how to get by. Yeah, the training for Army Ranger. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what he did. He knows how to survive. Absolutely. Absolutely he does. All right. Let's see here. I want to show y'all. Let's see. This one. Let's see. Let's look at this one first, because I think this was the first one.
First tonight, we are staying on top of breaking news. Right now, we are moments away from getting an update from investigators after 3 young girls, sisters, were found dead in central Washington.
Multiple agencies are searching tonight for their father, charged in their murders.
Looking live right now from Wenatchee. We're going to bring you that news conference live once it begins. Looks like we're just moments away. Again, this is in Wenatchee, where investigators are going to bring us up to speed on exactly what they know about what's happening there. Let's listen in.
And it sounds like they are maybe getting ready to begin that news conference. And let's go ahead and listen in.
Police Department. This is Sheriff Morrison, obviously, with the Chelan County. And I'm going to start out the press release and talk about how we got to where we did just a couple of days ago, or just yesterday. So I'll start off and give you a timeline of the involvement of Wenatchee Police Department in this case. On May 30th, at about 9:35 p.m., Wenatchee police officer Corporal Gonzalez responded to a call of a civil complaint. In responding to that call, he interviewed Whitney, the mother of the 3 young girls. There was no reported history of problems with the parenting plan. There were reported concerns of Travis being homeless and financially stressed recently. Whitney was clear that during the exchanges that had occurred in the past, that Travis was very communicative with her in any deviations from the parenting plan. Corporal Gonzalez, after speaking with Whitney, was able to identify Decker's vehicle through a local database called Spillman. He took the vehicle information and was able to enter it into Flock, which is a system of cameras that are located within the city and also in Chelan County. Flock located the vehicle, the white GMC Sierra, bridge. This was shortly after Decker had picked up the children for the visitation. After this information was obtained, and in addition to information that had been received by Whitney that Travis frequented local hotels and often local campgrounds as well, all local hotels and campgrounds in East Wenatchee and Wenatchee were checked by patrol officers from those jurisdictions, and Decker was not located. Park rangers were also contacted at Confluence Park and made aware of the situation. An attempt to locate was then sent out by Corporal Gonzalez to all regional agencies containing Decker's information along with the vehicle information. After that, Corporal Gonzalez made contact with Washington State Patrol and consulted their unit for an Amber Alert. The information at the time did not meet the threshold for an Amber Alert. On May 31st, Corporal Gonzalez contacted Sergeant Eaton at about 7 a.m. and advised him. After that, Police Department and Detective Sergeant Joe Eaton discussed the incident as well, and Detective Hewitt responded that day to continue the investigation. The family was contacted and additional information was obtained. He learned Travis and the daughters did not arrive at a planned 5K running event that morning, which was out of the ordinary to Whitney.
Can you hear it? You can't hear it? All right, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I am talking to myself. Oh,
Authorities in Washington state are searching for a 9, 8, and 5 were reported missing over the weekend. Police say the bodies of the sisters were found on Monday after authorities spotted the father's truck near a campground. Police say the father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, was not with the truck. They also say Decker is a veteran with extensive military training and that he may pose a threat if he's approached. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Steve, to say that this is disturbing is probably an understatement. Some of the details you're about to share. What are we learning, and where does the search stand?
now you should be able to see it.
Yeah, Kate, you said it. This is just one of those cases that comes with layers and layers of horror. Horror for those young girls, as you mentioned, 5, 8, and 9, thought they were under the care.
Are y'all able to see that one, or is it frozen?
And custody and safety of their own father.
after authorities spotted the father's truck near a campground. Police say the father, 32-year-old Travis Decker, was not with the truck. They also say Decker is a veteran with extensive military training and that he may pose a threat if he's approached. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Steve, to say that this is disturbing is probably an understatement. Some of the details you're about to share. What are we learning, and where does the search stand for the father?
Yeah, Kate, you said it. This is just one of those cases that comes with layers and layers of horror. Horror for those young girls, as you mentioned, 5, 8, and 9, thought they were under the care and custody and safety of their own father. Horror for the police, who wind up finding the bodies near that truck about 130 miles east of Seattle. They arrive, and this is new details from an affidavit, arrived to find the girls, their hands bound by zip ties, bloody handprints on the windshield of that truck, likely now probable cause of death, likely asphyxiation, although that is under investigation, as well as the motive. And then, of course,
S-O-N. And Chelan County Sheriff.
I am telling y'all,
Morrison,
this whole
M-I-K-E
StreamYard sucks.
Morrison. Tonight he'll deliver his updates, and then at the conclusion of his update, we'll have about 5 minutes for questions.
Y'all have no
With
idea.
that, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Morrison.
I am so sorry.
Thank
I
you,
am
Sergeant.
so sorry.
Try not to disturb anyone's microphones here.
I'm gonna try not
We
to
appreciate
touch
everyone
the
coming
dang
out. We don't
thing.
have as much information to provide today, but we have been working tirelessly throughout the day with our federal resources, state resources, neighboring agencies. As always, I'd like to start off just by recognizing the Decker family, let them know they're still very much in our thoughts, and our prayers. We've been working hard. Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia are clearly a motivating force for us. A lot of our guys are working with sleep deprivation, but their thoughts are always on the girls and making sure that we're staying motivated and getting the results the family expects out of us. So, as we mentioned before, not much to go off of. We have been following leads thanks to the FBI and their analysis team that has been going out, processing social media leads throughout the nation, not just here locally. Following up those leads, we've been assigning detectives, marshal services, representatives to go out, do interviews. We also appreciate the nation police departments. We had one in McCall, Idaho today, was doing follow-ups for us. So we're not just keeping our focus here within Chelan County, we're also focusing nationwide on other leads that are coming out. Again, thank you to those police departments, sheriff's offices, state agencies across the nation that have stepped up to assist us and giving us the additional resources that we desperately need. Clearly, this is not the outcome we wanted to see. We were hoping that we could find Travis today, but we are feeling optimistic thanks to our marshals department that has come through and tracked down some good leads that we feel are giving us more of an insight into Travis's mindset, where he may have not gone or may have gone to. And we'd also like to thank the FBI and their behavioral analysts unit that has also gone through, done an assessment of some of the interviews that we've had regarding Travis and made a determination on maybe what his thought process was, what decisions he might have made, and where he had gone. In addition to our detectives also following through some of the financial documents, tracking areas that he had previously frequented, and we're optimistic that we will find him shortly. We'd also like to thank Spokane County Sheriff's Office for coming out, Sheriff Knowles, having their helicopter fly from 6 o'clock this morning to 11, as I understand it. At 11 o'clock, our helicopter was also on ground at the fish hatchery in Leavenworth to fly the Icicle Creek. We also deployed our swiftwater rescue team to go through there and start searching the creek in cases that Travis did enter in there. The water is running pretty quickly now thanks to the spring runoff, but we're optimistic that with our air units up in the sky, looking over the terrain, it's definitely diverse when you're talking about the amount of acreage that we're covering, that we're doing the best we can. We also want to thank Sheriff Myers down in Kittitas County for deploying some of his search and rescue units, checking trailheads on the backside of Chelan County to see if there's any opportunity that Travis might have made it out to that location. We have learned so far through our investigation today that he is well versed in outdoor survival. And talking with his father, it sounds at times that he would go out and would be leaving off grid for sometimes up to Finn. Let's wrap this up and do what's right for your kids. So, any questions? No, and I don't think there'd be any motive to be acceptable. I mean, clearly, it's not the decision of a sound mind, and these young girls were a victim. They were discovered earlier this week. It was outside Leavenworth. You're more up Ice Cold Drainage around milepost 18, around Rock Island Campground. We do have a map that I think we've already shared online, but it is more of a rural campground. Okay. No, there was another individual that was located today, not related to the case, and that was out towards the Big Y where US 2 and 97 connect, but not related to the case. I can tell you so far today, we had a possible sighting on East Leavenworth Road. We checked that out. It was not Mr. Decker. We had another one out at milepost 83, US 2. And then, of course, we continue to hear information about other possible sightings from across the nation. As we understood, based off the information we got back, was that the sighting
He does look,
not our
yes,
suspect.
don't he?
We'll continue to work with our neighboring agencies, not only here in the state, but across the nation to help us track down any leads we do get. Worst case scenario, we could see that he might have gotten a head start on Friday, so he would have had the whole weekend to be out there. But we're still tracking it down. We will have our autopsy results. It should be coming back tomorrow, and we'll get a better idea of what kind of time frame we're looking at. We're not ruling anything out. So, I mean, we have been in touch with agencies, of course, across the nation, and just tracking down leads. We are aware of other connections he has. We've interviewed friends, coworkers. We're optimistic that we can track down his location. Our detectives are still going through that process. I know that we worked with the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab yesterday, in addition to our detectives, process all that information. And today, as I was leaving our emergency operations center, we did have members of the Washington State Patrol that were processing some of the cell phones we located in the vehicle. We do understand, and we're getting more confirmation that he might have possibly gone through mountain survival school.
Oh God, I'm scared it's fixing to act up again. Look, it's fixing to act up again. It just stopped. I don't know what to do, y'all. But look, there is something I wanted y'all to watch, but oh God. Can y'all hear me or no? Because I don't know. I think it's fixing to go out again. But look, I'm fixing to just get off of here because I don't know what it's doing. It's not going to allow me to do it for some odd reason. I'm probably going to have to clean everything out and then or use my other computer tomorrow. I don't know what it's doing. I did want y'all to hear Plunder, but I think I accidentally took that out when I was trying to upload everything a while ago. So y'all go over Plunder is something new. And from today, I did see. And if you haven't heard Plunder, go watch it. Go watch it. Uh-oh, hold on a minute. Let me see the comments. See if I can even get in the comments. I don't know what is going on here. So silly. No, I think I'm going to have to. Hold on. Let me see if I can refresh it. Oh, you hear me? Okay. Well, at least you can hear me, honey. At least you can hear me. Up with y'all? What is up with y'all? I'm sorry. Yeah, it just keeps popping down and popping me off. So I don't know. But at least I got my little speech out about this earlier. And all I can say, it's just sad. It's a sad story. I'm sorry it was a shitty show tonight. But, the main thing is you got to hear the first part. And, everybody else's y'all can go watch. But I do want you to watch Plunder. Plunder has some stuff out, and this is very sad. And hopefully they'll catch him, and they'll catch him alive, And I hope that you do. Yeah, Plunder's a smart lady. She is. So drop her channel real quick, because there was two I was going to play. She put something out about court and about how they did have problems and his yelling and stuff like that. I can't remember what all was on it, but it was very interesting, and it was some court records. So it really is worth the watch. So yeah, if y'all want to go watch that, that was the other one that I was going to play. Thank you for that, Millie. And yeah, you have the arrest warrant for him. Yeah, go watch Little Red O's too. And everybody's talking about it. So yeah, I just, I'll probably just share videos of the kids. They had beautiful pictures and stuff like that. And I don't, unless there's something really breaking, when they catch him, I'll probably come back on here and talk. But I don't know. It's really sad. 3 kids, I just can't really get on. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. But, y'all just keep fighting for these kids. Keep talking about, oh, okay. Thank you, Little Redo. I appreciate it. Y'all just keep talking about Sebastian. Y'all keep putting his picture out and keep writing to these people. Those of you that did not hear at the very beginning, I was just hopping on here and I showed it at the very beginning. The commissioner up there did write me back. I wrote him and asked him a few things. And he's always been good in Sebastian's case. He's went to all the vigils and stuff. And I asked for his help in something, so with Sebastian. So don't forget Sebastian. Just keep writing. It does help, okay? And just be kind, be respectful when y'all write, but just keep doing it, okay? And thank y'all for joining me. I'm a little disappointed my stuff's not working, but we'll get it worked out. It's okay. And just pray for this mother, okay? Pray for her and her family. You never know what you'll wake up to. And I got 4 boys, and I could not imagine waking up one day and one being gone, much less all of them, So y'all have a great day, okay? A great evening, and I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Let me see what this is. I didn't even see it. Millie. Oh, that's where I started. Yeah, I guess that's where you pin it. I didn't even know. Okay. So thank y'all, and y'all have a great day. Love y'all. See you. Bye. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Bye. Now if I can get cut off. Now I don't want to cut off. Oh, Lord, honey.